Yeah, I think the path is like over here. It's a really small.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure, like according to this map, that leads to kind of where he needs to be next.
Huh.
Which was making me think that was the
We
case.
did have that half pipe we could go look at that has an item for us.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
I thought that
Not gonna do it.
I thought that going that way would bring you to that area.
Oh. Huh.
But maybe it is
Maybe
a
it
grappling
would.
hook.
Like I might be wrong.
Because like,
I don't know.
like there.
Huh.
But again, that might be a case of I thought for sure like he could get over there and then he needed either spider ball after that or the grappling hook.
All those years of Splatoon are paying off. Doing all sorts of right side peeking maneuvers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well if that's not the case, then he's got to go the long way.
Yeah, because I feel like there's
back.
a room you can get to really early on in here where you go under a grate and there's like a huge maze under the thing.
Yeah.
And you eventually go to a missile pack that's...
Looks like we're gonna be
in a cave.
backtracking for a while.
All right, well I'm sure when he goes back the long way, he'll still be there.
Through that.
The gas was close enough. Oh wow, it was close enough twice.
Twice over. Blue, and green, and yellow are colors of the rainbow.
Yeah. Purple, indigo, violet, and Roy G. Biv. Black is not a part of the rainbow, except it technically is because of light.
I had this. Oh, you reminded me of an awful like boss that I had when I was in high school. So we had this. I worked in a movie theater in high school.
Emil, I would like you to pay attention for a moment.
I was watching that and like...
I thought
In
it
my
was,
mind, I'm like, should I say something?
I thought it was moving up and down.
Oh, yeah. I was watching you descend and wondering if it was the end for you.
But it was not because he paid attention after
Only
I
because
yelled.
you told him to.
That's true.
That's
I
what you're
guess
here
you
for, telling
got
me to pay attention.
there. Oh, what you're thinking of was that room he's in right now,
Yeah. Right on.
which he's now no longer in.
I don't know how necessary missiles are at this point. Just for the
I
thing.
could go back, I guess.
It's up to
Yeah.
you. There are
It is fun.
2 in the area. There's actually this is one thing you need to keep checking your map for. Because there's a room you didn't even try to get to.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Yeah. It's real easy to get turned around in here, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if he can get to the door.
Yes, you can.
He can? Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
right here.
Yes. I'm thinking of a nonsense room
That
later on.
discoloration anything? No.
Nope.
Down there.
But that is, yes, so you gotta get to that.
Okay, so when I was in high school and I worked in a movie theater, I had this awful boss. So he was a really short, balding man who, like, very unconvincingly would comb over his hair over his bald spot, and I always called him Mr. Spacely.
Okay.
Yeah, because he looked like the guy on the Jetsons, and he always loved yelling at people and telling people they were going to get fired. He loved it. So this guy he was working as a manager at a movie theater on the side of working as a university professor, I guess because it didn't pay enough.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was really sad. Maybe he just wasn't a very good university professor, too. This guy, he did all sorts of things. Like, he pulled me away from work one day to ask me what color a sign was. And I said, it's pink. He goes, wrong. That sign is actually every color but pink because it's reflecting every color except pink, you know, because it's the only color of light that it's absorbing, then it appears that way to your eye. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, all right, now get back to work. It was so weird.
That is very weird, actually.
The guy was so pompous and full of himself and just thought he was hot shit. And I'm like, dude, you're working as an assistant.
I think it's in that cave is the entrance to the maze.
Like, dude, you're an
Yeah.
assistant manager at a movie theater. Here we go.
Ah, yeah.
He wasn't even the general manager, he was an assistant manager. And so he did all that. I remember that he would do things like, get out of here. He would tell me that on nights of, we were doing a midnight opening for Harry Potter, and people showed up at like 9 o'clock for it. And they just said that they were going to hang out until midnight, and I said, okay. And then they we're just sitting around. They pull out their laptop and they're just typing on it. And the guy's all like, the manager comes out. He sees this and he goes, "Do you mean to tell me you let them get by you with a computer?" And I go, "What's the difference?" He goes, "This is a midnight opening that's happening tonight, and you let them get by you with a computer?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You know they could be recording the movie or something with that, right?" I was like, I wasn't gonna like open up their bag. That's not what I'm paid to do. I like tear tickets. And he goes, "No, you need to be checking their bags a minute." I'm like, "Okay, I can start doing it, but you've never told me this." And so
I kind of get his point of like, yeah, you literally they could have had a full setup.
I get that, but it hadn't been communicated to me, and then he didn't trust me to start searching people's bags. So instead, he spent the next 3 hours standing over my shoulder, telling people that he was going to look in their bags for me.
Okay, that's a bit dumb.
Yeah, no, that was really nuts. Like, I get it, but like, if they wanted me to search people's bags, they should have communicated that to me and not told me you can be fired for this and not tell me. So there was that, and then he had this other day where, so I'd bring my DS with me and I would play it in the break room whenever I was off duty. And there was one day where he saw me in the break room playing my DS, and he's like, "I can't believe that, like, you would do something so wasteful as play video games." And, irony in hindsight a lot, but
Yeah.
even at the time, I thought he meant, like, wasting my money on games or, like, wasting my time. No, actually. I thought that was what he meant, and I was kind of like, it's my money, I can spend it how I want, or, it's my time, I'm enjoying myself. But no, he was actually angry because the hobby of video games wastes rare earth metals that could be used to advance mankind.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Game systems and game cartridges use metals, and he was saying that metal could be being used to advance mankind instead of silly, childish things like video games.
I can tell you're really into this story because you literally just walked back to where you were.
I got the thing, but yeah.
Yeah. There is another one you can get in that maze, right?
Oh.
Is it in the
Maybe?
maze? The map I'm looking at says there is another another missile pack around here somewhere, but it might be higher up or it's down here in the maze. It's one of the two. But also, it's missiles, so it's also not the biggest of deals. I'm just more so giving you a heads up about it.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't really see anything here. This is back to the beginning. I went in a complete loop.
You did.
Think so.
Why are you going back in there?
I was getting out and checking up top.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a spider track I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
It probably is, because there's so many of those.
Yeah, especially here.
Is this the right way?
No.
Nope.
You have a map, Emil.
I guess I'll go back in here.
You have to
I
get
have to
out.
come
You
out
have to
another
go back.
way.
Yes.
Okay, that's what it was.
Which is more so I'm saying look around the map because you might see the way you're supposed to go. The actual
Oh.
exit is you just passed it, but if you want to look around and see if there's anything else.
I don't think so. I did a full loop and it was fine. There it is. It was just hiding from the camera angle.
Okay.
Okay, so I wasn't even to the best part of the story. So he was telling me that I should spend my money at a real company, the only company that makes computers for their intended purpose, Apple. He said Apple is the only company that understands computers are for science and not for playing with.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, they were one of the biggest game companies like 2 years after he said this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it was about Apple that made him think that only Apple makes things for science. I'm like, you know that IBM is the leading company in artificial intelligence, right?
Well, I mean, putting your money in Apple at the time probably wouldn't have been a bad idea.
It wouldn't have been, no. Well, no, he meant buying Apple computers.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm just,
yes.
yeah. See, I thought Tim was right, and there was like a maze, like, part where you could get another missile pack.
see
But maybe it's
anything
just
here.
above. Oh, well, either way, it's not that big a deal. It's just missiles.
Actually, when I said maze, I was referring to this place right here, this room.
Oh, yeah, okay, so the one where the path he just took?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then, yeah.
Now that you mention it, though, I think there is like another maze.
There is another missile pack
Sort of like
somewhere
that.
in this room. But I don't know if it might be higher up.
Might be inaccessible.
But either way, I wouldn't worry about it now.
This way?
Yep.
Suppose back then I wasn't really all the wise when it came to investing, though, because I was sure Apple was going to fail in a year now at that point in my life. I I was all like, man, once all these like stupid grandmas realize that like Android phones are like half a gigahertz faster, no one's gonna buy iPhones anymore.
Oops.
Oh man. So unfortunate. So uncivilized.
I do think that the Zune failing compared to the iPod was kind of an injustice, because the Zune was really freaking good. Like, even has better audio quality than a lot of mobile products made today.
I've never used a Zune. I
neither.
feel like I've seen one, but I can't like describe anything about it.
I've heard Zune HDs go for a lot secondhand because a lot of audio enthusiasts really love them.
Smash.
Break those in one bomb, that's kind of nice.
He's back.
And bigger and badder and hotter than ever.
Man, 2 missiles was not enough to finish off that health.
Yeah, man.
Yep, charge
getting
shots
real.
are the big ones. Charge shot are
These
more missiles,
dragons
basically.
Sure don't mess around, you pump. I'll missile in their face and they don't flinch. Cause they're like Mace Windu, who wields a perfect purple lightsaber because he can, because Sam Jackson wanted it.
I love that story, how Samuel L. Jackson was the first actor who actually had the balls to ask George Lucas, like, do we get to pick lightsaber colors? And because he asked that, he gave him a purple one. And that's way more interesting than anything the character of Mace Windu ever did in any of those
I
movies.
know, and that's sad.
It's a shame, because, like, he had such potential, and he just does nothing.
Oh, there it is.
My head.
He can't say that, because he doesn't have one!
He's still got a voice box, technically. He
he's
still had
never
he had a
gonna get
neck.
ahead.
I wonder how
Anyway.
well you can talk without a head.
I think there might be other problems that might complicate that, Emil.
Well, that's the thing, is I don't know how thoroughly tested that is, because, like, you wouldn't really think to test it while
You're missing a part of
there's
the issue here.
Is there a thing back there, Tim?
No.
Okay.
No, keep going.
Oh, yeah, actually, in the
what?
room you were just in, there is
Yeah.
something. But, or not this room, never mind. It's the next room in, but it's not important now.
Okay.
There is.
Nature. Oh, wasn't that a different...
Oh yeah, no, okay, you're correct, but that was a different room.
Oh, it was?
That
Oh,
was
right, because that one
yeah.
has like 2... Yeah,
He's
okay.
gone through 2 tunnels. Save point to your right.
Is this gonna be about time for us to stop for the day?
It is 5 o'clock.
Probably about time.
Probably about time.
Man,
We
that
gotta
went
think
by so
about food, and then we
fast.
gotta live stream.
Food, and then yeah, Tim's gonna be on Luca's live
And I'm
stream.
just gonna play Tears of the Kingdom because fuck all of y'all!
Now I'm gonna play Advance Wars because my copy's not showing till Monday, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. eh. John was so sweet. He went to a midnight opening last night and took us there just so Tim could get it on time. It was, it was so nice of him.
The funny thing was, I was gonna have Tim take my pre-order so he could get the pins, and then he ended up getting called up before I did.
Oh, wow. Huh.
All right. Well,
Well,
see you
much
next time.
appreciated.